So what are strategies that a typical e-commerce platform can nowadays leverage to take advantage of influencers and in a way use social media and influencers to generate more sales? What are some strategies that you see are working in the market?
So one is, the easiest obvious one is TikTok Shops. It's hard to still get it because people don't follow all the directions, but you're able to work with influencers without having to work with influencers. It's the easiest way. You make your products available, and if an influencer chooses to make the products, it's set up in a win-win situation so that the influencer and the brand are set up for success. What's working now is having like strategic influencer partnerships where there's clear incentives. I think what didn't work and what people still do at large is that if they are partnering with an influencer, they're putting all the onus on the influencer to do all the tracking, and it's like this gatekeeping scenario and holding the influencer hostage. A lot of influencers, especially English-speaking influencers in the West, are rallying together. Like, my assumption is that there's going to be a union within 10 years for influencers. But the influencers that are rallying together, they're working with agencies that have partnerships so that you can collect, hey, if you're looking for mothers with young children in, like same-sex households, here's a plethora of ones that you can partner with and then do combining. Because working with one influencer and spending all your budget is a really big risky situation. But instead going at the nano or the micro influencer who have greater
spreading the
influence
risk.
in their environment has much greater impact. Another thing that I see working really, really well that is sort of like a ninja trick, but I'm not worried about telling it because most people I tell never follow up. Going after the Spanish influencers are like 1/8, if not 1/50th of the cost.
Okay.
Going up, you can have a massive Mexican celebrity.
Yes.
For a cheaper price than an Olympic American hero.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And I've seen contracts for the minimum, the requirements of a very successful, well-medaled Olympic athlete compared to a 20 million followers Mexican singer. What the ask is, what the impact is on the lift, it's day and night.
Especially if you want to reach out to the Latino population, right? So it's also personalizing and customizing the choice of the influencer depending on your target audience.
And it's not even in Spanish. I'm not saying this content is for Spanish.
It's not even in Spanish. Okay.
No, it's in English.
Oh wow. I see what you mean. Okay.
You can fly in a Mexican or a South American influencer to do the content if you have a destination, right? You can fly them in at costs relatively the same as if you're flying an American influencer from California. So costs are relatively the same, but the impact that they have to the brand, like, look, I'm partnering with American brands. They carry that weight because to their home audience, it means a lot more. Okay. It's like, hey, they've made it. And then to all the expats or all of the fans in the US, they're like, holy smokes, what does this singer do? Oh, this is amazing. And we've seen a higher return on the bottom line and a lower investment and a greater relationship.
Wow. So these are like all secret tips that you're sharing here on our podcast. So thanks for that.
And if you don't use it, I'm not saying I don't tell other people this. I'm super mindful that I'm telling you it works. And I know
you've tried it probably, right? Yes.